Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, the 18th of July 2025, and we are here again, the very last trading day of the week. What do we have? Another opportunity to go through the markets to see what we can do with our portfolio, growing and rebalancing if you like. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. It's a beautiful day yet again, and today we go ahead to complete a fantastic week of trading on the NGX. Wherever you are streaming from, I'd like to welcome you to this very last day, and I hope that your portfolios are doing very well as we speak at the moment. Thank you very much. As you know how we always do it, wherever you are streaming from, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, or on YouTube. Thank you very much for keeping faith and being a part of this movement. Hopefully we get more Nigerians involved and get them out of the rat race as we show them how it's been working for us. I've been getting very fantastic responses so far, and it's really amazing the impact you are all doing. You know how we do it. Go ahead and keep power tapping your screens, like this live session, share it to as many as you can, as often as you can, and of course, go ahead also to give gifts if you are on any gift-giving platform as we speak. We will continue to do this and ensure that the financial inclusion of most Nigerians are deepened to the extent that they will not have to struggle as much as they have been doing, not knowing what the future holds. A lot is going on, and it's really looking great for us, and hopefully it looks great for so many other fellow Nigerians abroad and even in Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining. For anybody who is just joining, maybe I'd like to introduce myself. I am known as Wealth Coach Omiete. I have passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations build their personal and corporate net worth via investing in the capital market and the money market. And so we scurry through all segments of the capital and money markets to see where investment opportunities are, and then we take full advantage. We are a very large community of Nigerians in what we call Discord group right now, and I'm excited to announce to us that we are now over 2,600 members of this great community, Net Worth Investors Club. Worth celebrating, right? Well, we keep growing and keep making impact. Thank you very much, everybody. And this is how we begin today. As usual, I will go on to do a very brief recap of what really happened yesterday, especially the most dominant news on the stock exchange, and then we will proceed this time because it's Friday and we may be having so many callers on all platforms. I'd like to crave your indulgence to permit me to open the lines for calls to start coming in, say from around quarter to 1 p.m. That way we add 15 more minutes to the 1 hour we leave behind for callers to call in. So today, the call lines will be open from 1:45 p.m. 12:45 p.m. I beg your pardon, just 15 minutes before 1 p.m. So we have enough time to entertain calls. And I'm going to be very fast. Please, if you are calling when the lines are open, I will still announce to us. Do well to make your questions very brief and ensure that you make room for others as soon as possible. So prepare your questions and make it very sharp. But then, for now, we will proceed to the news that made the most round yesterday on the NGX. And then we'll go on to all of your comments. Please, which stock is good to buy now? Well, I'm coming to that. But it's important for us to note that a key shareholder in Nigeria's oldest banking group, First Bank Holding Company PLC, in the name of Oba Otudeko, has exited the group, getting information that relevant filings will be made in line with the regulatory requirements. So very soon you will get to know all of this. The Central Bank of Nigeria is expected to screen and approve any new significant investor in the banking institutions. In case you need to know further details about the houses that got involved in that transaction, well, maybe I should just mention to you that There were 17 deals, like I mentioned earlier, and the deal was the buyer in all 17 deals was First Securities Limited, while the sellers included Cardinal Stone Securities, Mary Stem Stockbrokers, Renaissance Capital, Regency Asset Management, Stanbic IBTC Stockbrokers, United Capital Securities, and First Securities Limited, acting as both buyer and seller in select trades. So perhaps this were the stockbroker for you to hold on and watch for that moment when something good about Owando is published, and then the price jumps and then you sell. Otherwise, what is likely to happen is you will sell your Owando, and then just after you sell, then one news pops up of how Owando has made one progress or the other, or striking one deal or the other, and then the stock price jumps from 50 naira or 51 naira, wherever it is now, to around 75 naira or 80 naira. And then you will leave yourself really regretting the decision to sell at the time. So this is definitely not the time to sell Owando, no matter what. Good morning, coach. Quick question, please. What could be the reason the EDM self-service portal gives, e-dividend self-service portals gives error messages when you try to use it? That's coming from Ifeoma. I wouldn't know, usually, and Unilever, which one has a better upside to accumulate? Thanks for all you do. That means I will have to go to the price charts and then see what's happening there. Cadbury, Unilever is actually at 59 at the moment, while Cadbury is at 61. So even Cadbury has outpaced Unilever as we speak right now. I would say then go for the cheaper one, which is Unilever, because all in all, before this time, Unilever has always been in a healthier state. All right? Okay, so go ahead. Since it is cheaper, also go in for Unilever in place of Cadbury. And I want to assume that perhaps you have Cadbury as well. All right, please, coach, is QTix a good buy at 3 naira 70 kobo? Guys are done taking profits, and so we have long-term holders trying to bid under 4. So if you can bid at 370 and get this week, today, then surely QTix may be finding its way back to 4 naira. Okay, try my best to be as fast as possible so I can take on as many questions as possible. Imwole says, please, or Amwole, if that's what you mean, please, what's happening to Geregu? Geregu is overpriced. The current price of Geregu as we speak right now, I'm looking at it, 1,027, down from the 1,141 it was, and currently full offer, 1.5 million shares on offer, 0 bids. And in fact, total transactions done so far after more than 2 hours of trading today is 1,537. But for now, what we have is each of them running solo. Remember, Dangote Rice is private, it's not quoted, so we do not have details of how that company is doing. Since it's private, you do not have the financial details of that company. That's the way it's done. So as we speak right now, so many people, like I said, bought in anticipation of the merger taking place, and if that happened, the valuation would have. This is not where it will rest. It's now trying to, accumulate and revive or get more energy before it starts another run. It's normal for those who bought GTCO for short-term trades at 75, 80 naira to sell when it climbed to 103 naira. Now, what will happen is, after they are done and it's looking like they will round off their selling today, then from next week, we assume that those sellers are done, and then the price will start taking its natural course. In any case, it will not always be a straight line. Please be informed, the Nigerian stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. In fact, the stock market as a whole is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So you have to measure your expectations and be realistic about what you are doing. People get easily weary and run out of patience for stocks that they just bought 2-3 months ago, whereas you are building for the long term. We are talking about 5-10 years from now, and even 20 years from now. And somebody is already weary after 3 months. Well, you haven't been tested yet. You will learn how to stay patient, because even the farmer who does crop, whether it's cash crop or whatever crop, they plant their seed and go and rest. And various seeds have various gestation and germination period. And then, of course, fruiting and harvest period. Not all seeds grow at the same time. So let's get this straight. The bamboo tree will not even sprout for up to 6 years after planting. But guess what? Between the 7th and 8th year, the bamboo tree leaps quantum heights. That's the way the stock market is. Some stocks will drag your patience, and something like that has happened with, like I said, Nascon and Dangote Sugar, and then, of course, Bua Cement as well. But guess what? The time has come now, and Bua is flying. Now, that takes me on to the charts to see how Bua Cement is doing. I saw it trading at 123 Naira per share earlier. It's now down to 118. But guess what? Even at 118, Bua Cement is in profit for the day already. Okay? Because yesterday it closed at 112 Naira per share. Today it's 118 Naira per share. It was even on full remains. Don't rush into stocks, because they will eventually find their way back. Rather, buy stocks that are not jumping yet, but you are very sure of their fundamentals. Which stock is best to buy today? Thanks for your encouragement, Mr. Allegedly. Okay, I will go through and now see which stock makes sense to buy. All right, all of the banking stocks are now showing red. Just a little bit of weight being shed. 50 kobo, 10 kobo, and 1 naira, and so on and so forth, which is understandable because the stock market, like I said, doesn't move on a straight line. One stock to buy could just be Dangote Cement, though not very cheap, and it's still, the offers are far more than yesterday. So when the sellers are done, there is heavy trading going on regarding Ella Lakes. Every time they are done selling, then they queue up again and start bidding, and then suddenly the offers are off the table. And then after that, you will eventually see a lot of supplies as the stock price goes higher again. So it's really interesting to watch and to see how this stock is making many rich if you know your way around it. If you don't, please stay safe. UBA 46 Naira per share. Keep in mind that the UBA rights issue is coming in at 50 Naira per share. So it's not looking encouraging for most retail investors to take up their right on most of the stockbrokers and app operators platforms for us to be able to use it to our advantage. So ladies and gentlemen, please be informed. If you are not able to reach GTHC yet, stay calm, stay patient. You will eventually start seeing them at least from the 1st of August 2025. I just opened an account with Atlas as a new trader. Please advise on what stocks to buy. Well, whatever you are doing, how much you have, whether you are just opening an account or not, when a stock is recommended, please make up your mind and eventually do your due diligence and take position. Well, I can see that Fidelity Bank is looking good under 21, which is always a good price, and Jaiz has come down to 375, but that's not too low from the 379 it closed yesterday. So you may want to stay patient with Jaiz, but Fidelity, anything under 21, and maybe dividend paying stocks, most of which pay their dividends, their interim dividends around September ending or October. So what stocks are they? In the banking sector, we have stocks like Zenith Bank, GTCO, UBA, Fidelity Bank, Stanbic IBTC. Then you also have stocks like Aradel paying interim dividends. You have, where are the interim dividend paying stocks right now? Okay, so everybody who owns those stocks, prepare yourself. NACO is back to 100 Naira, exactly what I was talking about. A situation where it is now creating another support. A lot of times, this stock struggles to stay above 3, but these days looks like it's trying to establish a position right above 3, right? So we'll see how it goes. Yesterday, even today, it traded at 3 very briefly. And then now it's at 314. 24 million bids for this stock versus 6 million offers. Is it a good time to buy Zenith Bank? Petizi, I am thinking after that pullback, when it got to 78 naira and now down to 71, not a bad time at all. Zenith has this volatility that ensures that somehow, some way, even after you miss the bus, you can still find your way back in. 71 naira 90 kobo, down from the 75 naira it closed yesterday, and we all saw it climb as high as 78 that yesterday. Okay, all right, let's in Nestle. Okay, 3.6 million bids versus 600,000 bids for livestock. Take position patiently now that you can. That's coming from Maobi. Let's see what's happening with livestock as we speak. Livestock feeds. Okay, the price difference is still not much in spite of the heavy bid and offer status. 5 kobo difference. 8 naira 50 kobo it closed yesterday. Currently 8 naira 55. So it doesn't look like somebody is in a hurry to buy above 8 yet. Okay, everybody is playing the waiting game and staying patient. Coach, what about FCMB, Desert Water? FCMB has been a disappointment in the way it manages value creation for shareholders. And that's why they have no mercy for that stock particularly. FCMB investors putting in money and not being sure what they are investing in, because you are supposed to understand the financial reports are supposed to be made available for the investing public to make up their mind on what they are investing in. And it's for that reason that Unity Bank has remained suspended from trading. Okay, suspended from trading, not closed down. The bank is in operation, continues to do its business, but as far as being traded on the stock exchange is concerned, it shall not continue until they meet those regulatory requirements. So these are part of the ways that the regulators actually protect the retail investor. Please, Coach, could you talk about Dangote shares without passing through a broker? Joy, Ifoma, that's not the process. Banks will not help you. They have no idea what to do with stocks that you have bought. Even if it's the same bank that your late husband had shares in, every transaction as far as stocks is concerned has to be through a broker. Okay, branch registrar. I don't know what you mean by branch registrar, rather company registrar. Then whatever company, be it a bank or a manufacturing company or whatever, it is the registrars that handle it. But the registrars will also need brokers, you know. But if it's about just dividends that needs to, I already have, I can share. For instance, I shared recently Baba, that's Alibaba, is looking good. It started moving from when I mentioned, but it's still looking healthy. But these are not penny stocks though. And be careful of penny stocks because they can easily hurt your portfolio. So just be careful. UBA 6 NGX approval for 157 billion rights issue. We've spoken about that about 3 days ago or so. Coach, how are you doing? Thank you for all you do, sir. Chemcare Natural TV, thank you very much. Ike Ejo says, Coach, I sent you a DM on Instagram on Tuesday, still waiting for a reply. I'm so sorry, all of my Instagram messages that I have not been able to respond to. Every passing day, those messages continue to pile up and they seem to, you know, outsmart each other and push so many others before them down the pecking order. So it becomes very, very difficult to respond to all messages. But hopefully, now that we are getting into a weekend, it's going to be easy. 100 million. They've done everything. Every time they get close to 100 million, things take away the money and so on and so forth. But through what we do here, I am here to help give you that little nudge, the extra push you need to hit that ceiling and break that glass ceiling. and keep going. So if it's 100 million that is your limitation, trust me, we can do this together. You will hit that ceiling and go above it. If it's 500 million you are aiming at that you are still unable to get to, why not? Stay focused, do what we're doing here, you will surely break through. And of course, if it's 1 billion, that 1 billion mark that looks untouchable, well, I'm here to assure you that it can really happen. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1 minute, I shall be opening the phone lines, so feel free to call in. All calls are taken on TikTok. So that's the much I can contain for now. So please prepare your questions, make it very fast. We're opening the call lines because today is Friday and we want to entertain as much calls as possible. Ben Adeleke says, what stock pick today? Well, I've mentioned Dangote Cement. If you have so much money, if not, then look away from there. Go on to Fidelity. And then I was also talking about a stock like QTix, though it's on full bid right now, but you never know, towards market close, you could still be giving some supplies. Dangote Sugar is now at 51 naira per share. So sellers are coming into the market, and I can see the last transaction was 10,000 shares traded, and we see how it goes, 51 naira. So there are bids now for 50 naira, 50 kobo, and there is an offer at 51 naira. Where are those stocks? I mentioned Cornhall was also a good penny stock to buy at the moment. If you can stay patient and buy under 310, currently 314 as we speak, and even the highest bidder is at 303. So they understand these things. There are 24 million bids versus 6 million offers, yet they are staying patient, are bidding at 303, while the lowest offer is 314. So the bidders are very patient, and that means you could get this stock much less than it is right now. All right. There is a stock I wanted to inform us of before our very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. This Vitafoam we bought at 25 naira and so on is now 80 naira per share. 3 million bids versus 946 million offers. Rumors have it that Vitafoam may be giving bonus shares. Who knows? So please hold on to your Vitafoam if you bought when I mentioned it. Whether you bought at 55, whether you bought at 45, or you bought at 25 when I first bought, please hold tight to your Vitafoam. Don't be tempted to sell it off and jump into any other moving stock. Stay in and collect every blessing there is in that stock. Congratulations for all that you have already done regarding capital gains, and now they are going to actually be paying dividends and also issuing a bonus, maybe not too fat bonus, something around 1 for 5 or something like that. So, but get it from here that Vitafoam may just give bonus shares. And while I'm talking, somebody has hurriedly gone in and started placing bid at 81 naira per share. Well, today is Friday. It can come as low as 76. You never know. We watch and see. That's how I break my news. Yes, Maobi. That's the essence of being in this live session. A lot can happen. You miss, you lose out. You blink, you miss. Alerted King says, we are dancing already. Interesting stuff. Oh ho, the Sentiva says she bought at 23 naira. Come on now. I'll have to give you a round of applause for this. Sentivas, you bought at 23, you've stayed patient, you've been watching, and it's at 80. You are not enough to prepare us for the future when we retire from work or business. We are aggressively and consciously, intentionally building wealth for the future. So what we do is, whether we are in business or we are in paid employment, we take out part of the monies we earn from time to time to invest in the stock market. You can't invest on your own. You need a supportive community, and that's why we created this community to meet here every day, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, so we can analyze market trends. And because investing in the stock market happens on a daily basis, because so many people do not know that trading happens every day on the stock exchange. They think it's only when there's public offer and it's been announced all over the place, and offer prospectus distributed around banks and so on. No, every day stocks are being traded, and so we find opportunities to grow our money through capital gains. You buy a stock 5 naira, it jumps to 10 naira after 2 years, after 1 year, and that means when you sell, you make more money. And of course, by dividend income also, another way you make money. Every year, companies declare their financial reports and pay dividends. Some companies pay twice a year, some pay once, and then others, 2 companies pays 4 times a year, talking about Seplat and NIDF. So this is our own way of making legitimate wealth without having to commit any form of fraud or stealing. And I always tell people, do not come into the stock market with a gambler's mentality or a forex mentality, because you are investing in tangible assets and they need time to grow. Just like the farmer, when he goes to plant whatever seed it is, he needs the time for it to germinate and then to sprout and then to grow into maturity and fruiting before it is harvest time. So that's what we do here. We plant the money in the form of investing in companies that suits our investment goals, and then we proceed to wait for the harvest. Now, any stock you buy and hold for the rest of your life, as long as that stock continues to remain in existence, you will keep collecting dividend for life. That's the way it works. As long as the company continues to stay in profit, because not all companies are profitable, and you want to stay in profitable companies that will continue to pay you dividends. So suddenly, you build a war chest of dividend income stream. Right? So even when you don't work, something is already working for you. That's the practical way we put money to work. It's not just mere words. When your money is invested in very good companies, that money is now working for you. Yeah. I hope it's clear for you. The lines are now open. We will go ahead to receive calls. Keep your calls now coming in. Like I said earlier, the line is open early enough, and so that we can take as many calls as possible. How much can I enter QTix? QTix is currently on full bid at 3 naira 70 kobo. That's the best price you can if you are able to find QTix. Okay. 487 live viewers. Good job, my fellow investors. Thank you very much for that update, Maobi. Really appreciate that. How can I do a global search for all my stocks in Nigeria? Don't know where some of my stocks are. Some are there for love. All you need to do is engage your stockbroker to do that. If you do not have a stockbroker, or your old stockbroker is out of business, never mind. Go ahead and register with a new stockbroker, open an account, and then tell them to carry out a global search on CSCS portal. They will bill you for it, but it's not something you can bear, just something very little, depending on the volume of shares that you have. CSCS is the one who actually charges the fee, and then your broker will exercise that search and give you details, and then you can proceed to say, all right, transfer my shares to me by instructing your broker. Once you give your broker that instruction, your broker gives you a share transfer form to gather all your stocks, sweep every stock that belongs to you on CSCS, and bring it into that new brokerage account that you open. That's the way to go about it. You can't do a global search on your own. What we do on our own is the unclaimed dividend search on SEC portal. So outside that, a proper global search on CSCS can only be done through your broker. Thank you very much. I hope that answers your question. Good afternoon, boss. Is Access Corp at MTN still a good buy at 27 and 398? Well, the way MTN is behaving, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing Cornhall selling at 301, 303, 302, and 310. So the sellers are caving in and are now bowing to the wishes of the buyers. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, so MTN, the way it's going, under 400, could just be a good buy because it's looking like it's only trying to gather momentum before it tests the 400 naira mark again, because it has been rejected twice, having hit 400 and bounced off again down to 390 something. So maybe if you have patient funds and you want to invest for long term, not bad, because I do not see MTN dropping any further unless there's a major market crash. Okay. And then for Access, you want to stay patient. It's possible to buy at 26. In fact, while I'm talking, I'm seeing it scroll on the screen right now. Access just got sold at 26 naira. Let me see, to be even more specific. 26 naira 70 kobo. Some Access Bank shares were just sold. Ladies and gentlemen, the topsy-turvy continues even with ROT Briscoe. Yesterday or so, it was on full bid. On full offer. Nobody was willing to buy ROT Briscoe. But what do we have today? ROT Briscoe, current bid and offer status. 3 million bids versus 2.3 million offers. Suddenly, some interest has built up there, and the bids have now outweighed the offers. Currently, 3.49 kobo up from the 3.42 it closed yesterday. Afternoon, coach. What's your take on ICO? I intend to hold for long term. Patrick Onori, if you intend to hold for long term, then do not bother yourself. Just stay patient and watch the stocks move from time to time. Fluctuations will keep happening. Buying and selling will keep going on. But stay the course if you have made up your mind to stay long term. That's the way you win in the market. You don't win by jumping from one stock to the other. So over to you. Hello. The phone lines are now open. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Coach, thank you very much for all that you do. I wanted to ask you a quick question. What stocks can I buy today for the short term? I know you may have spoken about it, but I missed it.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Sorry, my name is Daniel. I'm streaming calling in from the UK. So I wanted to ask what stocks to buy today. I got a bit of money and I just want to put it in for the short term being about 3 to 6 months. But I also want to know what's happening with Honeywell. I bought when you called. I know that it's gone up 137% the last I checked, but today when I checked it's 102% or so there now. I just want to know what's happening with it, with Honeywell. So those are my two questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, Honeywell is waiting for the next information from the parent company who intends to delist. We've not heard anything. There was a recent surge to 30 naira per share before it receded. So it's a definite normal characteristic when the stock surges suddenly to retrace, because profit takers will continue to sell at every new milestone. So nothing much to report for Honeywell as we speak. We are all in the boat and we are staying patient for that one, because it appears the longer we stay, the more money we make. That's how it's been right from when it was under 10 naira. A lot of people did not believe if it will ever get to 10 naira. But guess what? From 4.95 to 10 naira and up to 26 now. No one knows if this stock may hit 50 naira. And a lot of times we regret when we jump out of a stock. For now, we stay the course and wait to hear what it is management is thinking. And then for stock to buy, just in case you miss out and in case anybody else misses out, the video of today's live session will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. That's why it's important to be a part of my YouTube channel, just in case, these days they close most of these social media handles. They come up with one story or the other, and then they just block the accounts or something. So to avoid missing out completely, that's why I have made more channels for as many people as can join through any of these handles. So you can actually buy a stock like Fidelity, was most recently selling under 21, but currently at back up to 21. just 10 kobo less than it's closed yesterday, which is still a good buy for me because you are sure of getting interim dividend in the next 2 months. So Fidelity is where I think you can just comfortably put the money in and relax. Otherwise, you could also consider Aradel, though that's more expensive and could swallow up everything depending on how much it is you are looking to invest.
Yes, I'm quietly stocking up on my Aradel. We'll into Fidelity. You mentioned corn. I think it's corn.
Corn Hall.
Yes, is that also a good one to buy?
But that's a long-term stock. Because Corn Hall, that's long-term. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Coach.
Appreciate. Maobi is in the house. Can we hear your voice at least for once? Something interesting is happening in Bua Cement right now. Something interesting is happening. I'm watching. I'll tell us what it is. Yes, good afternoon, Maobi. It's good to have you.
Yeah, good to be here also, Coach. I'm reaching everybody today from the beautiful city of Enugu State, Nigeria. Good to be back. Good to be with my family, and also good to hear you talking about Bua Cement. I'm sure you know that's my name.
Oh yes, surely.
One thing I would like to tell everybody who is maybe new or who is struggling with his or her investment at this moment, just be patient. Once you are very sure that you have invested in a stock that you should invest in terms of good fundamentals and everything, be patient. Good to be here, Coach. I will hang around. If anybody wants to speak, I'll be more than happy to help out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maobi. It's good to have you back, and we are glad your trip was successful and your journey safe. Emeka Onoha, you are next. Before we connect with Emeka, Bex Christopher says, good afternoon, Coach. Can I still buy Okomu shares at the current rate? Where were you all along? Let me check for you regarding Okomu oil for now. Yesterday, it raced almost close to 1,000 and then closing at 930. Let's see how much Okomu is. Okay, Okomu dropped 30 naira today, is at 900 naira per share. But that's not enough to change the price from 930 because there are just about 56,000 shares that have been traded. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
A very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Emeka Onoha, and I am joining you from the FCT Abuja.
Thank you very much, Emeka from Abuja. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is this. I bought shares during the public offers of Fidelity Bank and GT Bank. I had shares in Fidelity Bank previously, but I didn't have a stockbroking account. So, but recently I was credited with all my outstanding debts when they did the initial the IPO in 2005. I was paid all the backlogs, but funny enough, I've written copiously to their investor relations for both banks. Till now, my account is not reflecting those stocks I hold. And I don't know what next to do.
Did you buy them during the public offers?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you have a stockbroker right now?
Yes, I follow you on several platforms, so I use AfriInvest.
Fantastic. Email AfriInvest to transfer all your stocks. Oh, the word is not transfer this time. It's when you are moving from a broker to another that it's transfer. In this case, email AfriInvest and instruct them to dematerialize. That's the word. Dematerialize your public offer stocks and let them appear in your brokerage account so you can be able to view them, have control over them, and of course monitor and sell if you like. Thank you for keeping it brief. All right, next caller, Oguniro Gabriel. After Gabriel, we will be talking to Ojo Azim. While we are waiting to hear from Gabriel. Hello, Gabriel. Looks like Gabriel is unaware that he called in. So I'm going to cut the call. Not a problem. It happens a lot. Don't worry, Gabriel. It's okay. It happens a lot. Never mind. Okay, Ojo Azim, you are next on the line. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I do not have to stress this. You understand what I mean. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, everyone.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Ojo Azim and I'm streaming from Lagos, Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Ojo.
I just want to say that it's such a good time to be an investor on the stock market. I've been able to convince many of my friends, to also be on the stocks, build wealth as well, just like you've always preached. I've been following that for a while, and I've seen that it's such a good time. Currently, I own stocks in one cement. Should I say, fortunately, the stock is going very high, and I'm really looking for a way to get back inside to buy more stocks at the moment. But I don't know if it's right for me to buy at the current price market that it is right now.
Okay, you are trying to find your way back, having been a runaway. Well, there's a bit of fluctuation on Boa Cement. After I saw it at 123 going back into full bid before I took the last call, there has been another offer, just 2,000 offers versus 2 million offers, but some trade still happens at 118. So you just may be fortunate as long as you are buying between under 120. It's not too bad because there's still some reasonable upside depending on what's going to happen. Now, let me say something about Boa Cement. Somebody's already typing on YouTube stating that's Briskila Sapke says, good afternoon, Coach. I kept faith with Nestle and Boa Cement shares, and their time has come, like you always said. God bless you for the good work you are doing. So, Boa Cement, going by its performance, feelers I'm having, this is a new update also, is that cement companies are really killing it in their second quarter report. So I really want to see how they have performed. And if you notice, all of the cement stocks are jumping. You will see back and forth, but they are finally, eventually climbing. So this is another new update right from here that the cement companies' second quarter results are looking pretty good. And so they are repricing. So before the news hits the market, you may want to take position in your BOA under 120 if the market permits. Is that okay? Thank you very much. And thank you for keeping it brief. Okay, keep your calls coming in. Onazi is next. After Onazi, we're going to be hearing from Ifunanya. Hello, Onazi. Are you there? Emanuela Obianuju is asking on YouTube, saying, what's your take on Access Corp? Well, all I want to hear is Access Corp does well to keep to their promise of improving dividend payout, and then, of course, the stock price will retrace upwards. And then you also said, explain rights in UBA. UBA is offering a 1-for-13 rights issue at 50 naira per share. Qualification date is 16th. That is to say, every one shareholder of UBA who has had UBA stocks from 16th of July backwards are qualified to benefit from the rights issue and it's at 50 naira per share, and in the ratio of 1 for 13. For every 13 UBA shares you have, they'll give you one as a rights issue for you to pay 50 naira per share. Now, the question for me, and let me educate most of us here, because that's part of the benefits you get from being a part of this. If I go on to the premium board where UBA is listed, and I check right now, I'll be seeing UBA at 45 naira 95 kobo right now, down from the 46 naira it closed on Thursday, yesterday, right? So, how do I proceed to pick up rights at 50 naira if the stock price on the floor of the exchange is 45 naira 95 kobo? Makes no sense. Now, this is how they did in their previous offer, and still it was fully subscribed, if not oversubscribed. So, if you have rights, you calculate the number of shares you have divided by 13. Whatever you have minus the fraction is the total rights due you. Instead of paying 50 naira per share for that rights issue, go to the market, buy it for 45 naira 95 kobo. Do you know the advantage? Number one, whatever you buy on the floor of the stock exchange qualifies you for the next interim dividend, which is taking place 2 months from now or thereabouts, maximum 3 months from now. You qualify to collect dividend on whatever you buy on the floor of the exchange. But if you proceed to buy the rights, even at a higher price of 50 naira per share, depending on when the rights documents are out and the forms are released to shareholders to fill and complete and pay, then you are not likely going to qualify for dividends as far as interim dividend this year is concerned. And then maybe those rights stocks will now qualify for the final dividend of that should be paid next year, April, May. So in this community, we guide you in making the best decisions. You forfeit those rights, but use the money you should have used to buy rights at 50 naira to buy directly from the floor. Advantage number one, you are buying at a discount to the rights being offered. Advantage number two, those stocks you buy will also qualify for dividend payment on the floor of the exchange alongside the ones you already have. I hope I have shared some very reasonable insights for you to take advantage of. That's what we're all about here, right? Okay. And so our caller, I think we lost that caller. Okay, we also lost Maobi, and I'm now suspecting it could be network connections issues from here. So let's see, Rainforest, you are next. But before I respond to you, let's see what other comments there are. Baba Gift says, how much does UBA pay for dividend? Okay. I'm sorry, we cannot entertain that noise here. If you want to talk, please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Godson. I'm streaming from the UK.
Your name is
Godson.
Godson. Thank you very much, Godson. We are glad to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, first of all, for your sessions. I find them really insightful and educating. I stumbled upon your page just last month, and since then I've gained a lot of insights, but I'm not really taking the step to start investing, to start actually buying stocks, and I'm looking at doing that now. I know you said we should follow your Instagram and send you a message, but I've done that, but I found out that I can't send you a message. I just was able to follow you, but I don't see like that message button on there. And I was just coming up to ask how else can I reach you?
Okay, I'm suspecting now that Instagram is limiting the number of messages I receive. I don't know, maybe there are just too many, but I think you can also go on my YouTube channel. Anybody who is not able to reach me on Instagram, because I can easily respond to the few questions that I get asked on YouTube. So I think that's another way you can reach me. So if you do not, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, for free, Go ahead, subscribe there, drop your questions. If I miss it on Instagram, I'm easily able to respond to it on YouTube. Is that fine?
Yes, sorry, I don't know if it's just me, but your audio was kind of going in and out. I could not hear some of the things.
Okay, what I mean is, since you are unable to send me a DM on TikTok, send me a comment on the latest video on my YouTube channel. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, just go ahead and subscribe. It's all free, and then drop your comment on any of the videos there. I'll be able to pick up from there.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for keeping it brief. All right, Chikara Ike says, sir, do you advise buying Aradel? Chikara, absolutely. Yes, I do. Go ahead, buy Aradel with patient funds. I will advise, always do that with patient funds. Okay, Route Global, you are next. While I'm trying to connect with Route, okay, if Funayak says, coach, your voice echo. Yeah, I think it has to do with the last caller. Let's see how it goes this time. Connection is trying to take place. It was giving Nollywood horror scene. Oh, really? Hello? Hello? Okay, looks like Route Global is not available and mistakenly called in. I will excuse him right away. Realtor Promise, I think. Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Promise. I'm streaming from Asaba, Delta State.
Promise from Delta State. Thank you very much for joining all the way from Asaba. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling from Discord and I have some pressing questions. That's why I came here.
Promise, press. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. One of them is someone made mention of writing to dividends registry, the companies, the stock registry, to remind them about his dividends. And I want to know if I can do the same because I didn't get any dividends for Zenith. This few I think last 2 weeks ago I saw it on your page that dividend has been paid. But I didn't get for Zenith. So do you advise I write it to the registry or I'm not qualified since I just bought
Okay, when did you buy your Zenith Bank shares?
June. I bought June.
Okay, Zenith Bank shares in June. It's not yet time for dividend payment. You will qualify for the interim dividend to be paid in October. So stay patient and hopefully you may not need to fill any form for that.
Secondly, the public offer I bought with MTN, I'm having it difficult to transfer my offer from Champion Hill to Atlas portfolio.
Okay, did you initiate a transfer?
I sent a mail, but no response.
You sent a mail to who?
Atlas, not to.
Okay, Atlas is in the house. Just a moment. I will get them on board so they can treat your matter. If possible, take your details. Just hold on. Let me bring up Atlas. I'm sure they are listening. They will soon join us, okay? Stay on. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Just stay on. Let them get connected so they can respond to us. So you just wait. Hello, Atlas. Very good afternoon to you. Are you there? It's good to have you. Did you hear our sister Promise?
I got a share from the MTN public account that was 2019.
All right, thank you, Promise. Enjoy your weekend.
I have one other question, sir.
Okay, make it fast.
Okay. I have a friend that bought shares with Oceanic Bank so many years ago. I want to know, since Oceanic Bank doesn't exist, can it still be traced or tracked?
Yes, it can be traced. Oceanic Bank was acquired by EcoBank Transnational Incorporated. So shares of EcoBank in the proportion to which the merger or takeover was done is supposed to be due your friend.
So now if we want to do the tracking, how are we going to go about that?
Your friend should approach her broker or his broker and they take it up from there.
I don't think I don't think he has those information.
All right, Promise, you are already a coach. You're already a coach now. Since you know how to open a brokerage account, get them to open their brokerage account. And once the account is opened, they now email whoever they open the account with to process getting their ETI stocks. That's EcoBank stocks, since there's no longer Oceanic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So you see, this is why the do-it-yourself approach is the best. I multiply myself amongst as many as can take instructions, and then you are also able to help others around you, and it makes it even easier to manage. So that way, we build ourselves up to be useful to many others out there. The ripple effect means we can reach out to millions of people and not arrogate everything to yourself, hide information, keep knowledge to yourself, and be struggling alone. If I am okay with what I have done with my own investment, I shouldn't struggle to find a way to make everybody dependent on me, right? Let's get this right. So that's how it works. Whatever you have learned is wisdom for you for life. Now, should anybody also have a problem, because you have learned and you've been in that situation, you can also help out. That will make the world a better place, isn't it? All right, we go on, excuse me, to the next caller. And that is Adeniyi. Hello, Adeniyi. Grace Mary says, yes, Afro Investor has some issue. Okay. Please, I bought Beta Glass last month, but I was not paid dividend, please. Walcora Footwear Collections. When did Beta Glass pay dividend? What is the qualification date and all of that? That's the kind of question you should be asking. And I do not have that information at the moment. Okay. How to Jackpot 2023. You are the next caller. Oh my God, your user handle is really, really hilarious. Okay, sir, please, between Boa Food and MTNN, which should I go for long term? Go for both. Bex Christopher is asking, Coach, is FTN Cocoa a good buy? I will not say it's a good buy based on the financials that I have been able to go through, but maybe there are reasons why it could be a good buy that is behind the scene I am not aware of. In any case, FTN Cocoa is back again on full bid at 6.95 per share, 6.95 kobo. Basang Gold Consult says, please, is Jaiz Bank a long-term stock? Absolutely long-term. D. Kalio says, well, Coach, what about Wando stock? Is it good to buy? Wando has no prospect in the horizon to warrant your buying it at the moment. In any case, if you feel like, then of course, go ahead and buy. As long as you will remain patient for the next good news, that may drive the price upwards. Hello. Okay. I thought I took the call of Adeni, but that's not working. Coach, with NTA coming into effect in 2026, which stocks should be exploring for investments? Please, can you come down to our level? What is NTA? Hello, Coach. I want to sell off NIDF now and use it to either top up on RDL or go for GTCO. Thoughts? Collins Uyabeme, if I get it right. My question to you is, why did you buy NIDF in the first place? I need your answers on the comment section so I can conclude with my response. Why did you buy NIDF in the first place? Because if you bought NIDF in the first place, for which it was recommended, which is that it will be a regular dividend cash flow. Otherwise, a regular dividend cash cow. In other words, it keeps giving you dividend every quarter, from which you can now be investing from those dividend proceeds in other stocks. Then you are going to completely erase the legacy of buying that stock or the decision to invest in that stock. But if you were looking for capital gains and you accumulated NIDF for that reason, then I can understand if you want to sell. So, because RDL and GTCO, they are very good stocks, they pay dividend twice, whereas NIDF pays you 4 times. So each stock, according to whatever it can offer. Okay, all of the calls I'm taking up are going off. I see. Alerted King is on the line. We do not know if it is by mistake he's calling in. We will find out. Coach, is NIDF a good buy now? And what is the best entry price? Boss Han, yes, NIDF is a good buy. Let me just check what the entry price is. Listen, if you are looking for immediate capital gains, NIDF is not where to go. The market will actually decide when that stock moves. Otherwise, the stock is just comfortably at around 116 right now. Same price is closed yesterday. Hello. Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you are streaming from.
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from Canada.
Anthony from Canada, we are glad to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a question for Atlas. So, I got the MTN shares during the public offer, and I think they're with M36. So I sent an email to Atlas. They acknowledged the email, and everything has been dead silence. Then radio silence since then. So maybe I'm just calling to follow up and see what's going on. I want to map my MTN stock to Atlas.
Atlas, over to you.
Coach, sorry, I'm just thinking, can you recap? I lost it.
So I just want to follow
The
up.
organization.
I sent you guys an email regarding moving my MTN shares from M36 to my portfolio in Atlas. But you guys acknowledged the email, and everything has been radio silence ever since.
Sorry, is that this is a broker?
Yes. I think they're owned by Union Bank or something like that.
Alright, can you do the higher WhatsApp? Let me just pick it up, please.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Musings and insights. You are next. While we are connecting with you, Vic Odia says, greetings, sir. Please advise on any investment you know with 10% to 15%. I do not know, Sir Vic. No one can predict the market, and so there is no way I can determine or decipher how the multitudes of investors behave, partaking their shares. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
From the UK.
Thank you very much, Moji. Go ahead. It's good to have you.
So, two things, thank you. So I sent you DM twice for the Atlas link to open an account. Still waiting, and I understand you have a lot of messages in your DMs. Just as a reminder, if I can get the link to get registered. And secondly, for those not living in Nigeria, will they accept our utility bills here, or do we have to use our home address back home?
Your utility bills abroad is very much acceptable, but it's always advisable if you have a means of using your Nigerian utility bill, a Nigerian number, better, because that speeds up the process of your account opening. Otherwise, it takes about a week if you have to use your foreign details to do that.
Okay, so would you suggest I send you another?
Please just repeatedly send, because I think the instant response bot continues to make it appear as though I have read most of the DMs that have been sent even before I see them. So just consistently send. If you send twice a day, the bot will not reply you twice a day. So it keeps the second one on the day on read for me to easily track. Sorry about that, okay? Thank you very much for your understanding as well.
Thank you.
All right. Coach is fundamentally, let me see what the question is there. Is any fundamentally good IPO on the horizon? Smile for me. I was doing such a research for foreign stocks and not Nigerian stocks. For Nigerian stocks, we wait to hear, and most of the times they come out with not much fundamentals. But the most anticipated for this year still is the Dangote Fertilizer Company. That's because we've heard certain numbers being thrown around that looks really, really interesting and juicy. We heard about $20 million per annum turnover or something like that. We just want to see what the details are. Otherwise, the previous, the most recent IPO that was done in Nigeria, talking about Legend Internet PLC, the numbers are not too wonderful. And so that's why I didn't bother myself. Though you watch it climb from 5 to 10, then back to 5. Today it's 6. Okay, so not yet, but I'm looking at, maybe I'll use this weekend to check through again the most anticipated for me, if it is a technology stock with very good numbers already backing it privately before coming public, then that will be a good one to try, especially following the success of Circle Internet. I think Circle got listed at $31 per share, and then what do we have? Circle has jumped over $200 as we speak, and we are not talking about a year ago. We are talking about just a couple of 3 months or so ago, $235 per share from being listed at $31 per share. Can you imagine if you bought something for $31 and it's now 200 and something? Even if it's only one stock, one of those stocks, shares you bought, just one, you just put in $31. Your $31 is now $235. Can you beat that? That's what we're talking about. That stock is just about a month or less than 2 months old on the stock exchange in the US. So such opportunities are also ways to make some good money in the market. Right? So I have my eyes on that. Baba Gift, you are next. Is Academy good to buy now or wait for it to pull down more? Indoli, I am thinking it may not pull further down by next week. Not too sure. Maybe all the fall may just end this week, ending today. Academy suddenly has offers. Wow. You see, interest has built up. I think Academy is a good buy now. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an opportunity in Academy now based on what I am looking at before me. You know, when a stock jumps very far, the pullback is very, very imminent and normal. It jumped from 510 to about 9 plus and pulled back to 7. And now, earlier today, in the first 2 hours of trading, Academic Press was on full offer. Nobody was bidding. But this very moment, bids have built up higher than offers. Currently, 792,000 bids versus 283,000 offers. 735 kobo is the lowest offer. It closed at 750 yesterday. So I am seeing a situation where today is a good time to take up some Academic Press, hoping that by next week it climbs. All right. So the pullback seems to have come to an end. You can now proceed. Academic Press, 7 naira 35 kobo is the lowest offer. The last price was 7 naira 30 kobo. Currently, there are 798,000 bids. And out of the 798,000 bids, I'm looking at it right now, there are about the highest bidder is on 7 naira per share, and he loaded up about 382,000. So most of the 792,000 bids are at 7 naira per share with one block bid of 382,000 shares. So very strong interest compared to the number of bids currently on ground for Academic Press. What's happening to Jaiz? It refuses to relent and has risen to 3 naira 80 kobo when others are supposed to be losing. Well, good reports gives you good commendation by the market. Coach, is UBA okay at 45.95? I am thinking, seeing that they have fixed the rights issue of UBA at 50 naira, 45.95 is actually fair to go in for UBA. Coach, you always say invest and see your money grow like grass. That's it right now. Exactly, Sir George. I am happy you are now watching money grow like grass. That's what we do here. Sir, the UBA rights issue, how can one apply? You just stay patient. Your brokers will come in and give you the forms when they start distributing. For now, they are awaiting approval of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Just as Cham's rights issue is also awaiting approval. Now today I haven't taken a look at Cham's. Let's see what's happening with Cham's. That's one stock whose rights issue is going to be so massively oversubscribed because it's coming at a very fantastic discount. What's the situation with Cham's today in the market? 4.8 million Cham's bidded for versus 8.8 million offered, yet the price will not go below yesterday's price. Interesting times ahead, isn't it? Okay, good day, coach. Is Ella Lakes good for long term? Ella Lakes for the very longest term, but remember, you are going to be very patient with that stock depending on how well management does with the stock. If you are not following me, I am assuring you, you are losing money. Adeniyi, let's see if Adeniyi connects again this time. Coach, is 3.70 a good entry price for QTix today? QTix was on full bid. Let's see how much it is right now. Well, 370 on full bid is the best price you can get it and the highest price for the day. In any case, 10.7 million bids for QTix, no offer whatsoever. So you might just put in a bid there and hope that before market closes, you are able to get 20 minutes before we round off today in today's live session. Hello, sir. Okay, looks like a mistaken call from Adeni. We'll put it off and we proceed to JD Foods. Okay, I have a question from Assam. Says, how much should we bid for Academy? Well, while I was talking to you, Academy Press have been snapped up and currently 8 naira 25 kobo. I am now beginning to believe that there are a lot of people listening to me that I'm even not aware of. So when I mention something, things just happen. I can't understand this. Academy was just so low wherever it was, and 7 naira 30 kobo or so was the last price, and the bidder was even bidding at 7 naira. But just in a very short while, the bids have mounted up. Now 1.4 million bids, from about 700,000 bids to 1.4 million bids, and the offers just 129,000. And suddenly, Academy is on full bid. What is happening? My goodness gracious. Okay. So, Asa, before I could say a jack, Academy is on full bid. I saw it coming that the reversal is here. Well, we'll see how it goes. Hello, Coach. Good afternoon. Is May and Baker a stock to buy now? May and Baker has been trying to retrace after a very good run, especially with the advantage they now have being the only local, with the pharmaceutical sector now being dominated by Nigerian pharmaceutical manufacturers. Goodness gracious, May and Baker is on full bid. You can imagine that. 2.1 million bids, 0 offers. A lot is going on in the NGX. I hope you are a part of the money-making machines. How much should we bid for charms? Right? Let me check before they rush that one too. My sister Vivian, your money sis. Just hold on. Let me see the bid and offer status. Currently, 4.7 million bids versus 8.8 million offers. So the offers are actually more than the bids. There's nothing to fear about. Last price was 3 naira 17 kobo per share with 40,000 shares traded. As I'm talking now, it's 3 naira 18 kobo as we speak. All things being equal, if you want to be safe, you want to bid at 311 and stay there. Though there are about 743,000 shares before you will ever get. Otherwise, you bid at 312 and stand by behind 243,000 shares. Since the bids are less than the offers, you may want to stay a bit patient. Coach, you have so many silent followers. Honestly speaking, I'm beginning to suspect I'm in trouble here, because the moment I mention a stock, something just happens to it. JD, are you there? If you are not, okay, beautiful. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Yeah, I'm streaming from London. I spoke about Atlas the other time because I could not register onto the platform, and I was able to do that 2 days ago. But I've not received any email or confirmation from them. But they said it's been submitted with my documents, and I was wondering, since they are here today, if I can get any response from them.
Okay, Atlas, are you there? Let me also ask, while we're trying to get to hear from them, have you by any means checked your spam mailbox?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've checked my spam and everything, and I've even searched for it so that it can give me, it can condense my search, and it's still not.
All right, Atlas, are you there? Please, we need your response. While we are waiting for Atlas to respond, Atlas, please inform me when you are up. We will have JD hold on until we get a response from Atlas. Let's go on to some other callers. We still have 6 callers, 15 minutes more to go. I think we are managing it well right now. Okay, Atlas is on the comment section. Please, can you recap your question?
Apart from
Okay, what you will do now, drop your name on the comment section and follow up with them on that discussion. Since they can't talk, so they can easily pick your name and sort you out on the comment section. Is that okay?
Okay, I'll just drop my name. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Fortune Ojenema, good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon, Coach. My name is Fortune. I'm streaming from Port Harcourt.
Thank you very much, Fortune from Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, get set. Perhaps you are going to be the first to host our real-time live meet and greet session. Go ahead, Fortune.
All right, sir, that would be great. Okay, sir. First of all, let me thank you. You know, when I started off, we kept saying we are going to be millionaires this year. We are going to make money. I want to say that I've crossed that milestone and I'm still going. I'm already made profits, yes. So I want to say a big thank you without working, without doing anything, just relaxing in my house and my money is working for me.
Ah.
I want to say thank you. God brought you into my life. That's one. And then number two is a question for Atlas. I've seen my PMT rights issue in my portfolio, but Wema Bank has still not reflected. I want to know what's happening. I've not gotten my shares from the rights issue with Wema Bank. If anything has been done, I don't know. So I just want Atlas to comment on it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much, Fortune. We celebrate you. Millionaires are going to be raised here, definitely. And you are seeing it happen live, even before we think it is already happening. Interesting. What I will advise Fortune is go on the comment section, engage with Atlas. It's looking like, okay. Hello, Atlas, are you there?
Yeah, Coach, Wema has not started any allotment yet. You know,
Okay.
funds right can take months, sometimes 3-6 months. They've not started anything yet.
Okay. So we stay patient. We continue to stay patient, yes? All right. Next caller is Glory, SG Glory, SG Glory. Let's see how we can maximize the time here. Sir, between Fidelity and First Bank, which one to go for as long-term investment? Abati Lonre. Well, I would say maybe you should go for First Bank.
Hello, Coach.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Hello, Coach. Hello, everybody. I greet you all.
Your name and where you're streaming from.
Sorry?
Please go away from the noise. It's really interfering with our communication. Your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm calling from Abuja.
Your name, sir.
Raphael Alao.
Raphael, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is the second time I'm coming into your live, and I'm very, very happy hearing all the knowledge I've been pushing out. I never expected this. The first time I came into your live, I was just saying, wow, is this thing real or is it a mistake? And I got to punch into it. This second time today, I said, no. I just have to listen. And I've gotten a lot. God
Awesome.
bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I can't say I should be a millionaire too because of what you are doing. But right now, I'm going to start buying my own stocks.
Interesting.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
For bringing me on. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. God bless you.
Next weekend.
And you too. Bye for now. Okay, next caller, Giant Chris. Let's make it fast, 10 minutes more. Make it sharp so we can attend to the rest before today's live stream is over. For those who do not understand, the Nigerian stock market opens every morning, Monday to Friday, 10 to 12 noon. Hello. Okay. Just so we save time, we proceed to the next caller. Sammy, you are next. 10 minutes to go. Let's flood this live session. I saw attendance rise to over 500 people at once on TikTok. That's amazing. Hello. Hello. Looks like Sammy signed in unawares. All right. King Zoe, you are next. Coach recommend a good stock to hold for long term. Cynthia Trades. Go ahead and buy TIP and Aradel. So, between Cornhall and RT Briscoe, which one can I go for on a long run? Allow me, it's up to you. My RT Briscoe is a speculative stock that I'm going to keep for a long time until I see the CNG effect hit that stock. I've said it before now. The finances are not bad at all, and I'll just stay there and do some speculation with that stock. Okay? King Zoe is uninterested, or network is uninterested. We proceed to the next caller, Aditi. Coach, outright buy isn't working on iPad devices in Atlas. Okay. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I initiated a withdrawal on 16th, that's on Tuesday, another on 17th yesterday, and on the service request page of Atlas, the one of 16th is still showing open, the one for 17th is showing pending. So I just want to know how long it takes for them to release.
Sorry, go away from the noise so we can comfortably communicate. Hello, Atlas. Hold on. You were heard clearly. Atlas, please, can you come in?
I think, Coach, you might need to probably do a WhatsApp call to me. Let me put in a better way.
Better. Thank you very much. That's fine. Aditi, please proceed with the WhatsApp communication. Thank you. Gabriel is our next caller. Coach, please, which one should one go for out of First Hold Co and Jaiz Bank? First Hold Co.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from, sir.
My name is Gabriel, streaming from Europe.
Thank,
From Nigeria.
thank you very much, Gabriel. Go ahead with your questions.
Thank you very much, sir. I've been following you quite a while now. No, I just last 2 months I saw your pages on Instagram, and it actually caught my attention. And being a beginner, I'm able to, like, after so much videos of you that I watch, I downloaded the Babu, try to start something. But the point is that I am looking now for the kind of shares or stock that I should get into. Exactly, I'm looking at to start with 4, which I will definitely invest in, but I don't particularly know the particular one that will make that will be nice for the long-term duration.
Okay, being a starter, irrespective of how much you are starting with, you want stability first. That means you get some growth stocks in quickly. Aradel is one that you should have in your portfolio. It has not received too much attention, so it's good for you to go in quietly. Then you go the way of TIP also at around 10 naira. Aradel at around 512 or 520 or 18 or something like that. And then I've mentioned 2 now, TIP, TIP, and Aradel. Then you want to also take position in the banking sector. Most interesting prospects there are Fidelity Bank and First Hold Co. Maybe you want to also add a stock like UBA and Access. So make up your mind on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it, sir.
I look forward to hearing about your success story.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye for now. Jay, it's your turn. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Make sure that you are connected in one way or the other. Go on and subscribe to my YouTube channel for free. A lot of videos we have discussed. Every day's live session is always uploaded there for your viewing pleasure. You can actually download maybe from the office, or during the weekend you take your time to go through all of them and take notes so you can be armed fully to take action in the market. A lot of the information shared can be as useful as even 1 month after. So videos of 1 month ago that we discussed a whole lot about can still be very useful in today's market. Hello. Good afternoon. Please, could you speak a bit louder and tell us your name and where you're streaming from? A bit better. Atlas, please, can you intervene? Looks like Atlas is away. I'd like you to scroll through the comment section and possibly pick up their WhatsApp number, just in case you are not able to reach them today from this live session. If possible, just make a comment on the comment section. Please, I need Atlas's WhatsApp number. Somebody or Atlas themselves can be able to drop it for you so you can take it up from there, because it's important that they sort you out even outside this live session. Is that okay, Jane? All right, thank you very much. Illumine Personal. 1 minute to go and today's live session will be over. Questions coming from Samuel Ademola Adebisi on YouTube. Says, thanks for all you do, coach. Please, can I buy Darcom and Uni-Insure? Are they good fundamentally? They are absolutely not fantastic fundamentally. Uni-Insure may be a bit good, but not DAR. So be careful, especially with those penny stocks, because when the market tries to retrace, they will be the first casualties. And you don't want your money being erased in that manner. Hello. Okay, we lost that one. And on to, hello, are you there? Good afternoon. Please make it fast. It's already 2 p.m. when I need to get out of here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Unfortunately, the network will not permit, and so we come to the end of today's live session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We hit certain milestones on TikTok, over 500 viewers. We understand the connection issues that trailed today's live session, but we do not relent over here, because information being shared here can be life-changing, and we won't give up. We will keep reaching out to as many. For your information, we are now live on Twitter as well as Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and of course, as usual, Instagram. So it can only get better, okay? And I want to congratulate all of you who have been doing well to nurture their portfolios as we go on. Whatever it is that you come across, both the highs and the lows of investing in the stock market, they are shaping you up to be a better investor. Just stay on, learn every lesson there is, and proceed to be a better person as we launch into a new week. For now, go back, go onto the YouTube channel. Today's live session for the poor transmission, I'm sure by the time it will be uploaded on YouTube, it's going to be better. Just about 5-10 minutes after the live session, the video will be ready on the YouTube live queue. So you can go in there, download, and watch patiently during the weekends. Share as much as possible every time you are watching on YouTube. And of course, to all our callers, every participant, those who shared, liked, and of course gave gifts in the course of the live session, you are most appreciated, because those your screen actions ended up bringing more people who are joining us for the first time. And together, we will surely liberate so many more Nigerians wherever they are. If you want to open your brokerage account, follow me on Instagram. Unfailingly send me a DM, and I'll send you the link to open your brokerage account. Otherwise, you want to join Net Worth Investors Club. I'm glad to announce to you we are now over 2,600 members in our Net Worth Investors Club. We are in a group on Discord app, just like WhatsApp, but it's on Discord, where the security of members is paramount. And so send me a DM if you want to join. I'll send you the link for free, and then you will join. And also, outside these 2 hours of live sessions that we hold, we are always discussing stocks, analysis, market trends, and all of that. Such a community will mold you into the best version of yourself when it comes to your net worth. That's why we are called Net Worth Investors Club. You heard the caller from Port Harcourt, Fortune Ojenama. She didn't believe it, but do you know she took steps, believed in herself, and now she's a millionaire. First time she has put $1 million together in assets, and it remains hers for life. Now, as she keeps going, they keep growing. And so she crosses the $1 million mark, never to return below $1 million in net worth. That's why we are called Net Worth Investors Club. Nobody is coming to ask you to bring money when you join the club. Do not give anybody your money, even if they go ahead to create an account, a social media account, using my DP to come to you. Please, anybody who comes into your DM first by themselves using my DP, masquerading as me, just know they are thieves, they are frauds, run away. It's a do-it-yourself club. Every question you need, ask it in the open there, and they will respond to you very fast. Okay? Thank you very much. This is how we call it a day in